laptop in there. Saying this getting amplified. You need a white, you don't have a laptop. What's your problem? How is this possible that y'all keep saying this? How you don't have a computer? Did you tell your home teacher that your computer is broken? It's your laptop, bro. Y'all gotta know these computer deductions are worth double. You must know that these laptops are your responsibility. That's cool. You see it on the board? 3.4. Jen, that's deduction with a 0. 2.4. It's cool. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. Passcode? What is it? Is it not letting you go back and try again? 3.4. Can you close it and turn it back on? Try to reset it? Okay, what you in why you think you want to like that? I know. Yes, sir. What's wrong, Connor? You were struggling this morning, y'all. Try to turn it off. Turn that on. Try to log off. First of all, you have it. Second of all, you have to get pictures out. Ladies and gentlemen, our grades are going to continue to struggle. And we cannot prioritize the things that we need to have. finally get to a question. Did you just read through the evidence clause? Alright, you gotta make sure you read through your steps. Then when you ready to answer, start rewording your answer, rewording your question. See you reply. So that's what we're talking about, right? So what is we going on? Look, how does it from what you remember this? Right, so what is it going to the current? Right. So, the question is when I was about to change, right? So we're pushing more to this week. Next time, what happens if I change direction? And type of them. Type of them. What happens if you change like that? And so if I'm pushing hot water to the continent, how does it affect that continent? So what happens if I change the direction of the water? The way the water moves. So then we would affect the same continent on the same way. Affect a different continent. So what you think would happen to decide that you I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds to wrap up your answers.
I really don't understand this. I had read the this, but I still understand.
Okay, so let's talk about this. How do the prevailing winds affect a location? How does it work? How does prevailing winds work? First of all, just talk about the winds. Don't talk about the compass. Talk about the winds. You might be able to work that with how are the winds blowing? How they blow echo? Right? But when it is, so if I'm going hot water in this direction, what happens if I change direction? Where I will go? Right? So it's a whole different place, right? So how do you perception? All right, we about to wrap them up. 25 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Five. You don't have none. Alright. Eyes up. Voices are off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Danita is tracking me. Cleve is tracking me. Jaden, that's the Dutch, I need you to track me. Dylan is also tracking me. Good. Alright. So, I need to hear some responses. I got a chance to read a bunch. I want to hear who's bold enough to respond. Okay. Kimora, yeah. You can read your answer out loud. Loud and clear. 1 second. All right, go ahead.
Prevailing winds can result in fine-tuned code as because when the prevailing wind reverses and goes to another location, the location that the prevailing winds into, the energy in the wind is now.
The energy in the is the energy in the wind? Think about that for a minute. I'm gonna come back. Jay, read your answer.
If the prevailing wind in Christchurch shift from a northerly to a southerly direction, the city may experience polar temperatures.
What's it?
Christchurch. Christchurch. I don't know how you say that shit.
Gotcha. Christchurch. Manu.
Prevailing winds affect Christchurch's polar temperature by the prevailing winds guiding the current into the continents, and the continent bouncing off the currents, which makes the current location, the current temperature change due to the change of direction.
It's due to the change direction.
Change of energy, my bad.
Build on it for me, Trey.
The prevailing winds, they are, what's the word? They are pushing the current into different continents, which affect the temperature at Christchurch.
Right. So, on a normal year, well, I'm gonna come back to that later. Makira, go ahead.
The prevailing winds could result in cooler air because the wind might be cool, and as it transfers to other places like Christchurch's air gets cooler as well.
What's making the air cooler? That's
For example, when air comes from it brings like it brings the heat that it already has to the continent. Like that, it becomes.
Alright, so I hit a misconception. Let's talk about it. Let's clear this up a little bit. Okay. So, there are 3 things that can change a location's temperature, right? We know that the distance from the equator is one thing that can change the location's temperature, right? We know that ocean currents can change the location's temperature. And we just found out that prevailing winds can change the location's temperature. But I think this is where we're getting confused. It's not that the wind itself is blowing hot air or cold air, okay? The wind is blowing those currents at those locations, right? Those currents at the equator have high amounts of energy, right? Or have hot water, right? The currents at the poles have low amounts of energy or cold water. The wind is just moving the high energy water or the low energy water to a location, right? It's not the wind itself that is cooling or heating the air, it's the current being moved by the water, okay? So, with that being said, does anybody have an answer that kind of talks in that nature, talking about how currents are being moved by the prevailing winds? Go ahead, Trish.
I actually got stuck up the first time. Yeah, as I was trying to say, like, the ocean currents are, the prevailing winds are pushing the ocean currents with the energy into Christchurch, and that energy is transferring from the ocean currents into Christchurch, which is changing the temperature at Christchurch.
Alright, cool. Good job. Alright, so with hearing our responses, make sure we get those things handed in. Remember, our warm-ups are just to get our thoughts moving, get us kind of thinking ahead into what we'll be talking about today. So get those handed in. Give me a thumbs up when you're on activity 2 and ready for my next set of directions. I see that thumb, Skyler. I'll let you go in about 2 minutes, Skyler. I see that thumb. I see those thumbs. I see them. I see them. I see them. Thank you. I see those thumbs. Cool. All right, so we're about to get into our next activity. Our activity 2 is a write and share routine. Okay? Real simple. Today we'll use the write and share routine to analyze evidence about prevailing winds. Each group member will receive a different piece of evidence. So basically I have multiple copies of our evidence cards. I'll give you each copies of each card. Okay? Each member will receive a piece, all of the evidence, I should say. Here are our directions for our write and share routine. Okay? One, we're going to carefully read and annotate your information given. The most important thing is the first step, right? After you do the first step, the most important thing is the second step. Remember that. Your first step is to carefully read and annotate. Step 2 is to answer your prompts. I would like